Brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome again with Rejoice, your program Rejoice al-Bashair. Remember that Allah Azza wa Jal has sent our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as a mubashiran wa nadhira, the one who gives good news for things that are good and give a warning for those who do the wrong actions. So may Allah Azza wa Jal make us among those who get the good news and practice those ones in our daily life. Bi'iznillahi ta'ala. Today, inshallah, in this episode, we will talk with another thing that we will be very rewarded if we practice that deed, bi'iznillahi ta'ala. And it is very simple, that everything that is we do in this world, as we mentioned previously, that is whatever we will do, we will definitely be rewarded for it. Whatever you will do, we will be rewarded for it. As Allah Azza wa Jal said, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. Those who will do any good, an atom of good, they will be rewarded for it and they will see it in the Day of Judgment. And those who will do wrong or an atom of any wrong, they will definitely see the punishment of that. So we need to make sure that we are ready and we are we are in the right position, so that we don't do the wrong and we do the right things bi'iznillahi ta'ala, and that we are successful. May Allah make us all successful and write our names among the righteous ones and the good believers who will receive the huge reward. In this episode, inshallah, we will talk about the people who teach others and educate them and guide them to the right path. My dear brothers and sisters, remember, after the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, there is no other prophet. He's our final prophet. And he's the one who taught us. Allah made him the light that will enlighten our life with his teachings and his commands. And the people who definitely will follow him, they will be the ones who are successful. So, ahibati, my dear brothers and sisters, if we know that our Prophet Muhammad is a final prophet, we definitely will realize that we are the ones who are after him to carry the message, to carry the light to the people around ourselves, among our society, in our nations, Muslims and non-Muslims. We have to practice the fada'il of good things to teach other people. So in this episode, we talk about the reward for those who teach others, those who are educators, those who are teachers, those who are guides to other people to bring them from darkness to light. Within our society, within our community, when you are a good religious person practicing Islam, that will require you to teach others. You don't keep that for yourself. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he encouraged us to teach, and he said, "علموا الناس." أو قال صلى الله عليه وسلم also, he said, teach people and convey even one ayah from me. بلغوا عني ولو آية. Convey that to the people. Whatever you will learn today, you have to pass it to other people, even if it is a little thing. And that will take us to the ayah from Allah Azza wa Jal, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati wal maw'izati al hasanati wajadilhum billati hiya ahsan." Allah has commanded us, Allah has commanded His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to do da'wah, to enhance people to be good and to practice the righteous deeds and to stay away of the wrong actions and the wrong deeds. So what we are supposed to do as believers, Allah is addressing us too. We have to also call the people to the righteous things, to the good deeds, so that we, bi'iznillahi ta'ala, can get the reward from Allah. Definitely the one who's teaching is much, much higher in reward than those who don't. And actually, if I know knowledge and I don't pass it to other people, Allah Azza wa Jal will ask me about this. Why didn't I pass my knowledge to the people? إن الذين يكتمون ما أنزلنا من البينات والهدى من بعد ما بيناه للناس في الكتاب أولئك يلعنهم الله ويلعنهم اللاعنون. Allah Azza wa Jal said, subhanahu wa ta'ala, that those who hide the knowledge that they got from Allah, they learned something but they didn't pass it to others, they will then deserve Allah's curse. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. They will be away of Allah's mercy, and the angels will pray against them, will supplicate against them instead of praying for them. So when we are practicing teaching people, guiding them, helping them to know what is right, what is wrong, we're actually receiving a huge reward. You know the best reward of all this that the Prophet Muhammad said, "Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu wa rusulahu wal mu'minin yusalluna ala muallimin nas al khayr." And Nabi sallallahu he said that Allah Azza wa Jal and His angels pray and praise those who are teaching people whatever kind of goodness they are teaching them. So if you teach people, if you teach your kids, even your kids, your own kids, you will definitely get a huge reward that Allah and His angels are praying for you. That's why when we know that our kids, our own kids, or our friends, our neighbors, the kids in our community, when you teach them something good, that will reach out to you بإذن ta'ala. Nabi sallallahu said, "Man da'a ila hudan kana lahu min al-ajri mithla ujuri man tabi'ahu." He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whoever will call for any righteous deeds or anything that is good, Allah Azza wa Jal subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward him for every single one that will learn from him. Any sister or any brother that will learn something good from you, you will take the same reward until the day of judgment. How that will work? Without decreasing from the reward, definitely. Like if you teach 10 kids or 10 people something great and they practiced it and then they taught it to others and others learned through them. So what you will get? You will get the same reward of every single one. So if there is 1,000,000 people learned from you, through you, you're the first one who taught, or Allah guided someone to the deen or brought him back to hidayah through you, Allah Azza wa Jal, or sisters, you made some other sisters wear the hijab or becoming religious believers, that definitely will remain for you. You will receive the reward of every single one who's getting that until the day of judgment, inshallah. Even there are millions, you will take the reward of those millions. If Allah guided your children through you, Allah Azza wa Jal will give you the reward of that, as the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam promised, as Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Definitely they are not equal. That's why we need to always be there to teach people, to educate people, and to guide as much as we can from whatever knowledge we have. We don't have to be scholars or imams or masajid in order to teach and pass knowledge to others. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach us that and to continue to do that the rest of our life until we die and until we see you insha'Allah ta'ala in another episode. Remember, be among those who teach, be among those who educate others so that you will gain the reward from Allah Azza wa Jal. May Allah brings us all together with the Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Jannatul Firdaus as teachers, as people who guide, as a da'i. Nas'al Allah lana wa lakum al-khayr. Until we see you, inshaAllah, may Allah protect all of us and gather us together in Jannatul Firdaus with the Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Jazakum Allahu khayr. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.